Here's how to build a BeamSmasher in Black Ops 6 Zombies Terminus. To start, all you have to do is turn on the power in the map and then turn on Pack-a-Punch. The game actually guides you through on how to do this, so I won't be explaining it. Next, you need dead wire on any weapon. You do this by walking up to the arsenal machine and then buying dead wire for 500 salvage. After that, all you have to do is take the incline and then shoot 5 different power boxes using your dead wire weapon in the order that I'm about to show you. You can do this by calling the incline down as well, however it'll just make this step a bit more difficult, as after shooting the third electrical box you'll have to climb all the way back up. So it's better if you call the incline from down to up. Once you shoot the final box, this room will open up and there will be a zombie on the floor that you need to kill to get a part of the wonder weapon. Now with that, we can open a briefcase to get the Multiphasic Resonator. To get the Multiphasic Resonator, enter the room with the dubstep computer. There you will see a briefcase where you can open it and pick up the Multiphasic Resonator. Do be careful though, once you do open the briefcase, a bunch of vermin will be spawning right next to you. Take the Multiphasic Resonator back to this room and interact with this computer. Now you will need to turn on 3 different laptops around the map. The first laptop can be found right outside the spawn room here. The other laptop can be found above the big ass Dark Ether cannon trap right here. This is also on the other side of the first laptop I showed. And this is the laptop that's also right outside the room that has quick revive. The third and final laptop will be found close by to Deadshot, also known as the area that's right outside the tunnels that you use to get to the biolabs right here. Now you're gonna need to solve a puzzle. Please listen carefully, this puzzle is actually way easier than you think it is. If you go back to the room and interact with the computer, you'll see 3 sticky notes show up that show us the different symbols that we got from the laptops. From there we have to look at the left whiteboard and right whiteboard on the left side to figure out the puzzle. If you think about algebra, think of x, y, z as basically numbers. All we have to do is figure out what number x is, what number y is, and what number z is. And we can easily do this by looking at the left whiteboard. For example, let's say you have the same thing I have as x. Find where x is on the whiteboard. Then all you have to do is combine the numbers on the left and then the one on the bottom. So for example, this is my x, that number is 10, because on the left side it's 1 and on the bottom it's 0, so you put them together, that's 10. Now repeat the process with your y and z. For me, y is 11 because the number on the left is 1 and the number under it is 1 as well. Put them together, that's 11. Finally z, the number on its left is 0 and the number under it is 0. Put them together, that's just 0. Keep in mind that the sticky notes will be different in every single game. These are just the numbers I got with my sticky notes. Now if you take a look at the whiteboard, you'll see 3 algebra equations. All you have to do is solve the equations to get the number for the code, and then you just have to input it in the order of the equations that you solved from top to bottom. For example, the first 2 digits of the code would be 2 times 10 plus 11. Of course it won't be 10 for you, it might be a different number, but it's 10 for me because that's what x is for me. For me x is 10, so I put 10 into the equation. I know it's basic math skills, but in Catastrophic 24 apparently some people can't do basic algebra, so the best way you can do this is to use the calculator app on your phone. The order of operations really do matter in getting the codes, so if there is brackets in the equation, make sure you place the brackets on the app as well. And the quick final note is take a look at those lines that are outside of the equation on the third one. That's called absolute value. This means that no matter what answer you get, the answer you will always have to input it as a positive number. So for example, let's say you did the third equation and it gave you negative 17. Just put regular 17 into the code, even if it came out as negative. That's what absolute value means. The more you know, I guess. If you are on PC, there is a software you can use to easily click the symbols you have and it'll give the code to you. Link in the description. Once you enter the code, take a look at the round you are on. If you are under round 9, all you have to do is play until you hit round 9. However, if you are on round 9 or higher, all you have to do is end the round and that's it. Once this happens, all you have to do is go back to the computer room and pick up the Multiphasic Resonator again. After that, all you have to do is go to the island outside of the map that's all the way on the right side of your TAC map. This step will be a bit difficult, so make sure you're ready. Once you get to the island, you'll see a blue ball. All you have to do is place the resonator by interacting with it. This will spawn a huge horde of zombies. As you kill these zombies, eventually one of these zombies from the horde will be selected by the orb. All you have to do is kill that zombie and then interact with the mini orb that it dropped and bring it over to the bigger orb. When you interact with the orb, the small orb, and pick it up, you won't be able to sprint and your healing will be delayed, so please be careful. Now all you have to do is repeat this until the ball says "Aight, I'ma head out" and dips from the island. Pick up the multiphasic resonator and then use your boat to follow the orb. Now it'll change island and change color, however the step will be the exact same. Interact with the orb, pick up the small orbs, bring it to the bigger orb. Repeat this until the bigger orb says "Aight, I'ma head out", pick up the multiphasic resonator, follow the orb, do this one last time, repeat it until it disappears, and then pick up the final part of the wonder weapon. Now with all the parts, go back to the computer room and interact with this workbench to build the wonder weapon.